Welcome back to Montvale, New Jersey and St. Joseph Regional High School as the Pope John Lions freshman football team gets set to start the second half against the St. Joe's Green Knights. Mike Formasano here calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a dark first half for Pope John, but they are looking to see the light in the second. We'll see how they respond to being down 20-0 at halftime and see what kind of bounce back they have in the second half. They're 5-1 on the season. And as I said, every team during a season, no matter how successful you are, meets adversity. And this is the moment for Pope John. Can they respond to it? We'll see. We'll go over the roster for Pope John in just a minute as the teams get set to kick off. I've got some numbers from Coach Morelli here confirming some of the players on their jersey numbers, so hopefully that will help things out. And we'll try and get a fuller roster for you next week for the home game back at Pope John against St. Peter's. The Lions get set to kick from their own 40. Seamus Corcoran, number 13 out there, placing the ball down on the tee. Here's the kick by Corcoran. High end over end kick down to about the 20. It'll bounce to the 18, where number 7 picks it up for St. Joe's. To the left, and is met right there by number 45, Andrew Jessamaria. Big tackle by Jessamaria to bring the runner down, and that's where St. Joe's will start. Let's go over this roster with the new set numbers we have here for the blue jerseys. We start with Amir Young, number 8. Number 2 is Vic Fiore. Connor Johnston is number 4. Number 13, Seamus Corcoran. Number 15, Vincent Jessamaria. Number 16 today, Yaz Register. Tommy Walton's number 34. Joey Labrado, number 42. Aiden D'Olivo, number 29. Riley Watts, 71. Ryan Watts, 52. Mike Morelli, number 72. Emilio Bronco, number 76. Jacob Post, number 88. Sutton Fullwood, number 89. The head coach of the Pope John freshman football team is Christian Vosa. Assistant coach is Jack Morelli. Here's the handoff to number 9. And he is brought down at about the 32-yard line after a gain of about 9. Aiden D'Olivo in on the tackle, number 29 there as well. The Pope John athletic director is Brian McAleer. Now, we're glad to be able to bring this special broadcast to you today of the Freshman Lions. 5-1 on the season. Looking to get a stop right here on this opening drive of the second half from St. Joe's. Quarterback's in the gun, number 9. He'll fire down the field to 3. Makes the catch, hit right there by Amir Young. Was not able to bring him down, however. On a second attempt, he did. And he was in there fighting for the ball as well. A good work ethic there by Young trying to dig that ball free. But just couldn't do it. So, ball's at the 44. First and 10 for St. Joe's. Leading 20-0 on what has turned out to be a very nice fall afternoon here. Not too cold. Little overcast. It's supposed to be a little warmer as the week goes on, actually. Here's number 5, the quarterback. He'll hand off to number 9. 9 up the near sideline to the 45. Enough for the first down. Knocked out of bounds by number 14, and that is Vincent Jessamaria. I said initially Vincent was number 15. He was in the white jersey. He's number 14 today. Andrew, number 45. First and 10 for St. Joe's from the Pope John 45. Here's a snap through the hands of the quarterback, number 5, and he has to dive on top of it. Back at his own 43. Number 89, Sutton Fullwood, was flying through the line, trying to recover that ball. Good jump by Sutton there. Second and long for St. Joe's. Quarterback in the gun, number 5. He'll take the snap. Fake the pass. Now the number 9, and is hit by Aiden D'Olivo as he's able to break up that pass play. Great defense there by D'Olivo. We've got a player down for St. Joe's. Number 77, but he's back on his feet. Please join us next Thursday at 4 p.m. for more Pope John Lion freshman football as the Lions will take on St. Peter's Prep. That'll be at Pope John High School, 4 p.m. next Thursday. And then they head down on Halloween afternoon to Red Bank, New Jersey to face the Red Bank Catholic Carries. That's the nickname, the Carries. So it'll be the Carries and the Lions on Thursday. It's an old Irish name, so... and then the last game of the season at Don Bosco. And that'll be on Thursday, November 7th. I'll give you a further update about later this weekend with the varsity and the junior Lions teams as well. Quarterback in the gun for St. Joe's. Back to pass, being chased down by number 42. And he just gets rid of it, out of bounds. So Joey Lebrano all over the quarterback there, forcing him to throw it out of bounds, and it'll bring up 4th down. Intense pressure by the Lions there, and so it looks like Pope John will get the ball back with plenty of time here in the third. If they can get a score quickly, and we got a flag down now, so we're going to see what that's about. I'm waiting to see if the referee is going to rule intentional grounding. I think that's what he's doing. Yep. So, it is ruled intentional grounding. As the referee the quarterback had nowhere to throw to. Had to just get rid of it. You can't just do that. In order to avoid the sack, just get rid of the ball. You can't do that. Here's the punt by St. Joe's. End over end. It'll take a St. Joe's bounce down to about the 35-yard line. Keeps rolling to the 32. And that's where the Green Knights will down it. Pope John will take over. 1st and 10. Lions at their own 32. So Saturday at noon, Pope John High School is the place to be, as the varsity team will take on the St. Joe's Green Knights varsity. 12 p.m. at Pope John High School. Please join us then. And so, regarding the junior Lions on Sunday, the 13U team, if you saw last week, as they lost to Southeast to make their record 2-5, they still made the playoffs. So, Pope John is in the playoffs. They are the 4th seed, and they're going to take on Orange at Rahway, New Jersey, Madden Field, on Sunday at 1 p.m. Please make sure you join us for that. And the 11U team, they will be playing in Keyport in an exhibition game. Here's the pass by Fiore to D'Olivo. D'Olivo cuts the corner to the 40. He's out of bounds. Past the first down marker. First down, Pope John. Great yardage picked up by D'Olivo. So a first down pass from Fiore to D'Olivo. And the Lions on the move. They'll set up at the 44. Anyways, I was saying the 11U team will take on Howell in Keyport in an exhibition game. That'll be at 2:30 on Sunday if you want to make the drive down to Keyport. Movement on the line. They're telling the offensive lineman to get back because the play has not been hiked yet. So there it is. To D'Olivo. Makes the catch and gets down to about the 47-yard line. Here's what the defensive end did. He jumped the line, but he put his hands on his hips and he was frustrated with himself. But the coaches from the other side were yelling, "Get back over to the other side. You're not offside yet." And so Fiore didn't hike the ball right away. He was setting his own plan. And when the defensive end got back on the other side is when Fiore snapped the ball. 2nd and 7 for Pope John. Now make it 2nd and 6. Fiore in the gun. Hand off to Register. Register up the left side. Gets to midfield. Brought down at the 50. It'll be 3rd and 4. And as I was saying, 13U will take on top seed Orange in the Pop Warner North playoffs. And a chance to defend their title, the Lions will have on Sunday at 1 p.m. We'll bring that to you from Madden Field in Rahway, New Jersey. 13U football for Pope John Junior Lions looking to defend their title. They've got a long road to go. The semifinal against the top seed and then a possible final after that. Here's D'Olivo with the catch from Fiore down to the 48. That'll bring up 4th down. 2 to go for Pope John. And with the varsity team playing St. Joe's on Saturday, this is after the great comeback they had last week against Seton Hall Prep. Down 20-6 in the 3rd quarter. The Lions scored twice, along with a 2-point conversion. Tied the game at 20. And then Tyleek Hill with a 70-yard touchdown run. 70 yards to give Pope John the victory, 26-20. First down catch by Vincent Jessamaria down to the 45-yard line. That's good enough for a first down. So Fiore finds Jessamaria on the near sideline. He reaches over, gets past the first down marker, and a first down for Pope John. The Lions on the move now, looking for their first points of the game. So exciting times here at Pope John football in the junior level, freshman, and varsity. D'Olivo in motion. Hand off the Register. Yaz to the right side. Sweeping around the corner. He's able to get down to about the 36-yard line. We got a flag. A late flag on the play. We'll see what that's about. If that is against St. Joe's, that will be a big gain of yardage for Pope John as they're looking for their first points. It's me against St. Joe's. So first down for Pope John, deep inside St. Joe's territory. Hey, we need as many fans over here as possible. Keep cheering. Keep cheering. That's right. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line of St. Joe's. Big 15-yard penalty against the Green Knights. And so the Lions on the move, looking for their first points of the day. D'Olivo in motion. Here's Fiore. Hand off the Register to the left side, to the hash marks. Brought down at about the 18-yard line. Gain of 5 for Yaz, and Pope John now 2nd and 5. Lions back up to the line. And they're going to have to start working quickly because they're down 3 scores. So if they can get a score here, that's good. But they still need to score twice more. Here's Fiore. Hand off the Register. Met right at the line and actually in the backfield by number 88 for the Green Knights. Good tackle by him. Third down. It's going to be a 3rd and 6. Coach Vosa speaking with his quarterback. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Lions because down 20-0, a field goal already doesn't do any good. You need 3 touchdowns. And 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points will actually give them the lead. So just focus on getting this first touchdown. Andrew Jessamaria in the backfield right next to Fiore. 3rd and 6. Fiore takes a snap. Fires to Vincent Jessamaria. Makes the catch, but is tackled immediately after doing so at the 17-yard line, 18-yard line. So no gain on the catch. Hope John's got to get to the 12. 4th and 6. Pope John up to the line. Johnston, Jesse Maria, and Corcoran, the wideouts. Fiore rolls out, throws into the end zone. Intercepted by number 8 for St. Joe's. The intended receiver was number 4, Connor Johnston. But it went just awry of him. And number 8, the safety for St. Joe's, making the interception off the Fiore pass. And that will bring it out of the end zone and back to the 20-yard line where the Green Knights will take over. And that is the end of the third quarter. St. Joe's withstands the offensive pressure from Pope John. And with that turnover, we'll take a 20-0 lead into the fourth quarter. It's 20-0 St. Joe's over Pope John. We'll start the fourth quarter right after this. Welcome back to Dinallo Stadium at St. Joseph Regional High School in Montvale, New Jersey. For Pope John Lion Freshman Football, Mike Formasano along with you calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful Thursday afternoon here in mid-October. And we're getting ready for playoff baseball with the Yankees and Mets, or NFL football with the Jets and Giants. Whatever it is, you're in perfect weather position right now for any kind of outdoor sports. 65 cool. Here's number 4 for St. Joe's, right up the sideline. Steps out of bounds at about the 43, maybe 44-yard line. A big gainer for the Green Knights, and that'll give them a first down. So right out of the gate here in the fourth quarter, number 4 able to add on to his rushing yardage. But you couldn't ask for a more perfect day. A little overcast, but the weather's cool. If you're a fan of autumn, this is what you've been looking for. Number 5 fires to the far sideline. The pass is complete. And the receiver dragged out of bounds at about the Pope John 42. I don't think it's enough for a first down. It'll be close. No, it is. Just enough. 1st and 10, St. Joe's. Ball spotted at the 41. Here's number 5, handoff to number 23. Burst through the middle, gains about 2. I'll mark it back at the 40, 2nd and 9. Here's a snap. Number 5, hands off to 23 again. Up the right side. Gets to about the 38, maybe 37. That'll bring up 3rd down. Number 5 in the gun. Barking on signals. Got, I think it was number 14, Vincent Jess Maria, to take a step into the neutral zone, but he went right back. Number 5 didn't snap the ball, so he resets. There's a snap. And Jess Maria with the hit right afterwards. Almost intercepted by Register, who was down the field and got his hands on the ball. But I'll tell you what, I don't think Jess Maria liked what number 5, the quarterback, did initially. He stepped into the neutral zone, and 5 was barking about it. Well, he took that snap, threw it away downfield, but as soon as he threw it, Vincent Jess Maria all over him, shoved him to the turf. That's going to bring up fourth down. Snap to the quarterback. He'll roll out to his left. Jessamurray after him again. He wants him. He brings him down. Vincent Jessamurray with the sack. And Vincent is all fired up. Turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Pope John. That was one of those plays where I don't think Vin Jessamurray was going to be denied, man. Racing in to get the quarterback there. And I think it all stemmed from that third down play. I'd love to ask him about it later on. I think that's what did it. He almost got the quarterback on the third down play, and on the fourth one, he would not be denied. Brings the quarterback down in a sack, and it's 1st and 10 for Pope John at the 50. Trailing 20-0, the Lions back on offense. Corcoran in motion. He'll take the handoff from Fiore. Sweeping around left side to the far sideline. Gets to about the 43, maybe 44. Brought down there. Or actually knocked out of bounds. Gain of 5 for Corcoran. 2nd and 5. If you're the Lions, you want to at least get some points on the board today. You're down 20-0. It's the fourth quarter. You've got a 5-1 record, so a very good regular season so far, but you definitely don't want to get whitewashed here in St. Joe's. Fiore in the gun. 3 wideouts. D'Olivo in motion. Ball snapped, fumbled, and Fiore has to jump on it. It came wrong out of the center's hand. Immediately hit the turf. And so Fiore had to dive forward to get on that ball and maintain possession. Ball's now at the 49-yard line of St. Joe's. Pope John up to the line. Fiore in the gun, registered to his left. D'Olivo again in motion. Takes a snap, hand off the register. He'll turn back. Oh, it's a fake by Fiore. He's got a receiver downfield. Incomplete. Intended for Carter Johnston. What a fake. I thought Fiore had handed it off the register, as did many other people here at St. Joe's Regional High School. But Fiore tucked it underneath his arm, brought it back out, and just gassed it downfield. Unfortunately, Carter Johnston was being covered by 2 receivers, 2 defenders, and the ball popped in and out of his hands, incomplete. A double coverage on Johnston, and so now that'll bring up 4th and long for the Lions. Fiore in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He rolls out to his right. Looking downfield, he has D'Olivo way over his head, though. Incomplete. Ball's out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And possession will go back over to St. Joe's. Time winding down here in this fourth quarter. The sun finally starting to peek out of the clouds. First and 10 from the St. Joe's 49. It's the Green Knights 20 and the Pope John Lions no score. First and 10, Green Knights. Here's the snap. Handoff to the right side. Tackle made by number 86 for Pope John. So 2nd and 11. Ball goes back to the 48. Here's a snap, fires to number 46. Tackled there. Number 13, Seamus Corcoran. Along with number 17 for Pope John, making the tackle. 3rd and 12 for St. Joe's. You can see Pope John, no matter how well they've played this season, 5-1. You look at the bench and you see maybe 5 or 6 players on the bench. You look at the St. Joe's bench, you've got at least a whole other team over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 backups. In the backfield and tackled for a loss. Running back brought down by number 72, Mike Morelli, blazing through the line and bringing down the running back for St. Joe's. 4th and long. Ball spotted at the 38. So St. Joe's is going to punt. Registered number 16 and Young, number 8, back to receive. Ball comes to Young at the 40. Met right there by number 19 for St. Joe's. Return of about 2. And Pope John will set up at the 40. 1st and 10, Pope John. Looking to get some points on the board before the end of this game, trailing 20-0. First and 10 for Pope John. Fiore in the gun. Back to pass. Fires downfield. Through the hands of Yaz Register. Incomplete. Number 16 for St. Joe's may have had a hand on it, knocking the ball away. So 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Register was the intended receiver. Second and 10. Fiore in the shotgun. D'Olivo in motion. Fiore back to pass. Fires downfield. In and out of the hands of number 17. Incomplete for Pope John. Just off the fingertips. 3rd and 10. So again, the Lions will move on from this game after today and head home for their final regular season home game next week against St. Peter's. And then 2 more on the road. Halloween afternoon against Red Bank Catholic. And then November 7th against Don Bosco. We will try and be there with you for those games. Here's a snap. Fiore rolls out to his left, being chased down by the St. Joe's defense. Sweeps the corner, is able to get to the sideline, out of bounds at about the 44. And that'll bring up 4th and long for the Lions. They would get to the St. Joe's 49. So 4th and 7 for Pope John. Here's a snap. Quarterback drops back to pass. Across the middle of number 16, Register. Register has room to run on the left sideline. Gets down to the 35. And a first down for Pope John. A 4th and 7 pass from Fiore to Register. Yaz makes the catch. Bolts down the left sideline and gets into St. Joe's territory. Late in the fourth quarter, but Pope John is on the move. They're at the 35-yard line. We'll see if they can find the end zone before this game is set and done. 1st and 10 for Pope John. Fiore in the gun. He's got Register behind him. 3 wideouts. Here's the snap. Fiore throws to his right to Dinallo. Dinallo makes the catch to the 30. Down to about the 26. It was flung down by number 25 for St. Joe's. Good catch by Dinallo there. Just shy of the first down marker, so it's 2nd and 1. At the 26. And you know the Lions like to break the end zone once today at least. 2nd and 1, Fiore in the gun. Back to pass. Looking to his left. It's deflected. Incomplete. Tipped at the line. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Third and 1 for Pope John. Fiore barking out signals. We got a flag down. Moving on the line. We'll see what that's about. It's me against St. Joe's. So first down, Pope John. Now the ball moves up 5 yards to the 20. 1st and 10, Pope John. Late fourth quarter. Fiore back to pass. Fires for the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Number 13, Seamus Corcoran. And Pope John gets on the board. It's now St. Joe's 20, Pope John 6. A 21-yard reception from Vic Fiore to Seamus Corcoran. And the Lions hit pay dirt. And they get on the scoreboard today with a touchdown to make it 20-6. And again, sometimes you got to take your little victories, and Pope John will be happy to take that right now. So, Pope John going for 2. Fiore, the handoff to Register. Sidesteps one tackler, can't do it again. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the point after fails. So Pope John heading back to the sideline. We're going to see if we get another play out of this. Again, it's late in the fourth quarter. Waiting to see if the referee's going to call the game now. Well, St. Joe's come back on the field as if they're getting ready to receive the kick. Pope John's going to set up, so little bit of time left. Can't be much. Again, the clocks are all controlled by the referees on the field, so 20-6, St. Joe's leads Pope John. A late touchdown by Vic Fiore to Seamus Corcoran gets the Lions on the scoreboard. Corcoran back to kick from his own 40. He kicks it, boots it all the way down the field. To the left, and it goes out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty against Pope John. They'll set the ball at the 40. I think I just heard the referee say minute 7 seconds. So, again, as I said, not much time left. No, they spot the ball at the 35, and that's the rule on freshman football, is that if he goes out of bounds, it's at 35 instead of the 40. First and 10, St. Joe's. Green Knights up to the line. Quarterback, hands off. Running back, right there. Mike Morelli, right in there to blow that play up. Great defense by Morelli. Also, Joey Lebrano in there as well, number 42. So, loss of 2 on the play. Second down for St. Joe's. His snap, handoff, right up the middle. Tackled by Vincent Jessamaria, number 14, at about the 41-yard line. So St. Joe's gains back a little bit more than what they lost, but still 3rd and 4 to go. Here's a handoff, right up the middle. Met by the Pope John defense. That was number 45, Andrew Jessamaria, there on the tackle. He stopped him in forward progress. And that is the end of the game as the officials blow the whistle and time has expired. St. Joe's takes the victory today over Pope John. Final score, 20-6 in favor of the Green Knights. Well, St. Joe's got up early in this one, added a couple touchdowns at the end of the first half. And Pope John trying to recover all throughout the game and just couldn't do so. They finally got on the board late in the fourth quarter with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Vic Fiore to Seamus Corcoran, but not enough as St. Joe's gets the ball back and time expires. So, final score, once again, the St. Joe's Green Knights defeat the Pope John Lions 20-6. Please join us next Thursday at Pope John High School, 4 p.m., for more Pope John Lion freshman football as they'll take on St. Peter's Prep. And then the varsity plays at home this Saturday against St. Joe's at Pope John High School. Please head to Pope John High School or check your local listings for that. And then on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m., it's playoff football for the 13U Pope John Junior Lions as they get set to take on the Orange Bengals. A rematch from the first game of the season between the two teams. And Pope John looking to flip the script. We'll see what happens at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And then the 11U team taking on Howell in Keyport, New Jersey at 2:30 that afternoon. I don't think we'll be there in time to get that game for you, but we'll get the playoff game, the 13U. So for everyone here at St. Joe's Regional High School in Montvale, New Jersey, it's Mike Formasano saying thanks for joining us. Final score, one more time. St. Joe's over Pope John, 20-6. Have a good afternoon, and we'll see everyone this weekend for 13U playoff football.